Alyx kind of start it out and ask you some questions and see where you're going.
So, what years did y'all play?
From town team, I started in 1960. Played for about 6-7 years.
You guys may have to talk up a little bit.
I didn't play a town team here. I played one at St. Glory, which is like the league and what Central City would have been. But I didn't move here until 1969, 70. So I'm not familiar to much stuff earlier. I'm more familiar with some of the Chapman teams because I had some cousins play on that we went down and watched.
I played with ball back. Back in what? 61?
Through 64 or 65 anyway.
My high school.
66.
Graduated high school. Ended up in the service.
Well, I played with 3 different teams. I started out right out of Legion baseball. I started at Genoa. I got $10 a game for pitching for them.
For Legion?
No, for town team.
Oh.
At Genoa. I played 1 year up there, and we were playing with guys like Tom Ernest, Gene Ashe from Columbus, all those University of Nebraska players. It was a blast playing for them. And then Central City got a team, and I played for 2 or 3 years. We had a town team here, and Spud Reeves was the coach, and we were called the Colonels back then. And we played here until they disbanded or whatever. And then I went and played for Alda in the Sherman Howard League for several years.
So what was the other league you played besides Sherman Howard?
What?
What leagues were around here? The names of the leagues?
Well, I know the one in Alda was called the Sherman Howard, I think.
That's
Yeah,
St. Paul,
Is this in the
Elba.
Cornhusker?
Cornhusker.
Oh, yeah.
Cornhusker League, I think,
That's
here.
more north than that way.
The Genoa, that one was
Kind of
St. Ed
independent,
and
yeah.
Krakow
Yeah.
and
Over that way.
Belgrade. I remember
Yeah.
Belgrade. I just remember the field out there. Right field line was this far from the canyon, and it went straight down about 20 feet.
Yeah.
So right field, you didn't chase them over there very far.
So did Central City play like Stromsburg and teams off that way?
I can't remember all who we did play back then. I think it was, like Aurora and some of those, I think.
I never did play down this way. So, Sherman Howard played, we had Farwell, Dannebrog,
Loop City.
Wallace, Loop City, City, Wallback.
Was St. Paul in that one?
Or
No.
Spalding or
We might have been playing
Yeah,
St. Paul in the Cornhusker League.
Scotia was in
We had a pitcher from St. Paul who pitched for Wallback. He was from St. Paul, Anderson. So, it was fun.
have a question?
Oh, yeah.
What positions did you play?
I pitched and played outfield.
I mainly caught. Yeah.
We have your,
I was too slow and lazy, I guess. I don't know.
I pitched and outfield.
One of the unique stories when I was pitching for Aldo, we were playing Bolus up there in that Mosquito Haven, and the right field or the left field fence on the back side of it was Loop River. Well, they had 3 left-handers, older gentlemen, and they came up and I threw to him. The first one hit a home run. Next one comes up and hits another one. And the third one puts it in the river. And the coach comes out and asks, "You okay, Jack?" And I says, "Yeah, but I got rid of all the left-handers, didn't I?" That was it. Oh, we always had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Probably you don't want it in the interviews what we did afterwards.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's a lot of fun afterwards.
Yeah.
You can delete this if you want. But when we were playing St. Ed, then we were getting killed up there when I was playing for Genoa. And our coach was Fitzgerald from Fullerton. And he says, I'll buy anybody a 12-pack that can hit a home run. We had 4 home runs that inning. He said, God, if I'd known that. Still got beat.
Yeah.
Were there any really strong rivalries between teams?
We were at the bottom, so we didn't have any rivalries. We were lucky to get enough players.
I don't think in town team ball there was much for rivalries.
We had Greeley and Ball back.
Yeah. Some of these towns
And
got real
Scotia.
competitive.
We had Scotia.
Yeah.
Gene Wells pitched for Scotia.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he caught with him. Yeah, they were, yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of family.
They were good ball players.
Well, they got paid pretty good too.
Yeah. They went to California. Clyde Johnson. They paid them pretty good to play.
Well, it's like, see back there when my grandfather was playing town team ball, they would get pitchers like from other towns. My grandfather, they called him to pitch against Grover Cleveland over in St. Paul. And he went over and pitched, I forget which team it was that needed a pitcher. He was an old sidearm pitcher, and he only got beat 4-2 or something like that. He thought that was kind of a highlight of his deal. So,
I played against him once.
yeah.
I played against him once. He can still pitch.
Just like that's quick over
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
Well, see, Clark's always had a town team ball also over there because that Peterson
Yeah.
always pitched for Waldo.
Your Koskis.
Hmm?
Your Koskis.
Yeah, they played for Krakow.
Yeah.
And they had a church and a ball field. That's all that's there. And they go up there and play. Those guys took it serious.
Now evidently Fairview, which is where I think Earl Brandis said he went, they had their own church team, and they played too. As I don't know if they had a league for church teams or what.
Well, back then they all everybody had teams around here. These little, just like Irish Town out there where we live, they had their.
So that's what I
town.
want you to talk a little bit more about, if you
They had
could.
their own team, and it was pretty much mostly Irish guys. And,
I don't know if everybody understands what Irish Town is, though.
well, that grove of trees right there west of my place where there's a double drive-off, there used to be a double wide trailer there a number of years ago. There used to be a filling station and a restaurant there. And that area is called Irish Town. All the way around there. Because there's McMahons and McMahons and Farrells. All of them.
Harris's, evidently. Some Harris's too.
Yeah, Mike Harris, he was over at Clark's, I think.
But that was before you guys were
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
Would that have been the early 1900s?
Probably more in the 20s and 30s.
Oh, okay.
And then my dad played town team ball, but it wasn't called Irish Town then. That's when I think Central City had their own team. He came in and played there until he stepped in a gopher hole and dislocated his hip.
So now, did Grand Island have town teams, or did they were more semi-pro league, weren't they?
Well, they had a semi-pro league with Hastings, Kearney, Columbus, and all the surrounding deals. They had major league teams, like their farm teams played there for a while.
It's called a Class D league or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. And then they started up a tournament, or a bunch of town teams locally. Grand Island had 3 or 4 of them. I think like Farrakers Dairy from up north of Grand Island. I think Elda might have had a team there. A lot of those guys played in some of the Grand Island teams. You know, I know there's kids from Donovan and all over that played in Grand Island. And they played night games, maybe 2 a week or something like that. It wasn't a Sunday game. Because some of these same guys would play Sunday ball on top of that. So, and it was just something that, I don't know, who really put it on, but there was quite a few teams. Well, there was Knights of Columbus and some Grand Island teams that were in that.
Alex and I were talking today about, what do I want to say? Not town team, didn't accept, semi-pro. And I was trying to find out what exactly you define semi-pro as a team. Is it because they got paid?
Well, I would
It
say-
worked for me in the Army.
What?
It worked for me in the Army. Well, Harley Riley told me, he says, when you have the first formation when you got drafted, at the end of it, they'll ask if there's any professional baseball players. He said, raise your hand, Jack. I did. They came up and said, you played pro ball? I said, I played semi-pro. Well, I was getting paid to play.
Yeah.
They said, okay, go report. And I made the
So-
400-foot team, so.
So you could, if a town team needed a pitcher, you could get somebody to come and pay him a little bit, but that didn't make you a semi-pro team.
Not necessarily.
No, I just,
So is a semi-pro team kind of a step above town teams,
Oh, yeah.
talent-wise or whatever? Because it seemed like in doing the reading, we found there was a number of players who went from town team to the Nebraska League or the semi-pro leagues of some kind. Then they were picked up by a pro team.
That's like your, Beatrice has always had one. There's several other towns that's always had one.
Lincoln, Omaha, bunch of them.
Yeah. But I know when I played for Alda, we had the Tesmers all played for us, out of Grand Island.
Yeah.
And, there were all good ball players out of Grand Island. Brown played for Carroll or somebody. He threw hard.
Carol and Bolas, they got, some good
Oh,
players coming in there.
They always got them.
Well, they get them off right now.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. We had some Grand Island kids come down, but they only stayed one game
Yeah.
because we got beat so bad, they never come back. Look, get a new roster every week.
You were the constant.
Yeah. Yes. But it was a lot of fun.
That was a good time. That's the good
Oh,
thing.
that's all
We
right.
played good baseball and
Yeah, that's all he did though.
That was a Sunday,
Working
that was
hard.
a
Yeah, the
Sunday
Sunday-
outing,
Sunday alley. Especially after the ball games were over.
Yeah, yeah, that even helped the cities.
Yeah.
then the stories get bigger.
Yeah. It really get big then.
That single turned into a home run, huh?
Well, if you hit a home run, you haven't made the rest of the day.
You remember Dan Della?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, we played town team together here.
Oh,
And 2 years in a row, I hit, it was like 360 or something like that. The first year he won the batting title, and I hit the exact same. And then next year I won it.
oh, yeah.
Dan was always hard to beat because all he ever did is take that short swing just for base hits.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't strike him out.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's Dan.
Yeah. He was a tough out. Yeah.
He's getting up in age then. That man's gone.
Ralph Ribble, his biggest claim to fame was he hit a home run off me with a knuckleball. I threw it and didn't knuckle. It just came in there. And that's the only home run I think he ever hit in his life.
He was happy, huh?
Oh, God. He never let me forget it either.